Hey folks, welcome into the News 12 Now Desk. Thanks for joining us. I'm joined by Paul Thompson with Burke Health here for an exciting announcement that they've just released to us. So Paul, what is this new announcement that you guys have for us?
So as of February 1st, we are offering cardiovascular care here at Burke Health. We are actually able to do interventions, which is where they actually go in and open up the vessels to get reperfusion to the heart. Previously, we were not able to do that, but we've been accredited now officially. So we started that work on February 1st, so we're about 3 weeks in. So it requires 24/7 coverage. So we have someone that is going to be available all throughout all the hours of the night, all for Burke County, surrounding areas, anywhere. If you're closer to us, we're the ideal spot because we know time is muscle. So that's the new service that we're providing.
Yeah, and so what was the need for this? Because this was something that people would have to come all the way to AU for, right?
Right, and ironically, Burke County is second in the state in counties with heart disease. So previously, before we did this, our neighbors were going to Augusta, going to Statesboro. But now that we have this service, if you're having a heart attack, like I said earlier, time is muscle. So we want you to be able to get into the cath lab. We want to be able to open those vessels, stent them, open them up. That way, the damage that's done is minimal, and your quality of life will still be just as good before. And we're opening cardiac rehab, so part of that is getting folks to come out, do cardiac rehab after you have these heart diseases. So we're really kind of encompassing everything. We're doing the imaging, we're doing the EKGs. We want to make sure that we're following up, and we have all the nuclear stress and everything that we have that can take care of our patients at home, so you don't have to go out. But if we did have issues, like if there was an emergency, we have a tertiary agreement in place with AU. We have a pretty good relationship. That was my previous company I was at before I came here. And so if we need emergency services, we'll send you to AU, and they'll help us out. So we have that already in place, that agreement.
Yeah, that's great. And so this fills a big need for really a lot of people here in our area. And so what was the process like of putting this together? How long have you guys wanted to do this? I know you said started up in February, but I'm assuming this goes much farther back than just that.
Right, yeah. Actually, about a year ago, I got contacted, came out, and this was something they were looking to do, and I was really interested in coming out. I'm a local kid myself. I grew up, in South Augusta, but went to school in Waynesboro. So, having this opportunity to come out and start something new that impacts all of the community, not just, the city in Waynesboro, but the entire county and other counties that surround it, that was something that was really interesting to me because, you become a nurse, you help a lot of people, but to help everybody out, that just seems just such a great impact on the community.
Yeah, 3 weeks in now. You said it's 24/7. It's constant care. How has it been these first 3 weeks?
It's been fun. Just to kind of give you a little insight on our life, we're taking call now. So myself and I have a manager that also came with me. His name is Frank Cunningham. So he's on call, gives us a little living guest at home. So he stays with me, when he's on call, and then whenever he's not on call, I stay there ready by the phone. So life has definitely changed, but for the better. We're really excited about being able to take care of patients in our community.
Yeah, certainly keep them busy, I'm sure. So what does this do for you guys for the future? Does this open up other possible expansions? I know you talked about the partnership with AU. Is there more to come to this?
Absolutely. The cardiac rehab that I was mentioning, we're getting ready to launch it. Now that we're able to do that, we're launching this cardiac rehab. One thing about Burke Health, I think anybody who's been there in the past year, the transformation that is undergone at that hospital is tremendous, where most rural hospitals are having difficulty in finding things that, to keep the doors open, for their local community. If you come by today, next week is going to look completely different. The amount of changes that are happening, we're building ORs, we're doing new things. So the next step is really, nobody knows yet, but I can guarantee you there's going to be more changes because, that's one thing we're constantly doing. Our leaders at our hospital said, if you're not here for change, then you're at the wrong place because we're constantly changing. We're ready to kind of keep going and growing and doing more things.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Is there anything else we need to know about this partnership or the new service you guys are offering or anything else that we haven't talked about yet?
Sure. One group of people that we haven't talked about is our Burke County EMA. We have a great relationship with them. A lot of their employees actually work with us, so it kind of streamlines that process. So if you're on the ambulance, the Burke County ambulance out there, a lot of their employees, they hang out with some of the people, and we have a very interdisciplinary lab. So a lot of paramedics came and worked with us that work on the ambulance, and they're doing a great job, and it just kind of streamlines that process, and it helps everybody communicate so much more effectively and get people in and out. So that's one group of people that we couldn't have done it without them. So.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot of people to put this together and make this successful, but it sounds like things have been going pretty smooth so far. And there are good things to come.
Absolutely.
And again, filling a huge need for the people there, not just in Burke County, but really in the surrounding areas as well. Paul, thank you so much for your time. And we'll have more from Paul coming up on News 12 at 6 o'clock.